Good evening. You're watching Relationships of All Types. My name is Shamel. Today's topic is dating versus marriage. I have two friends here with me, Sandrina and Antonia. Thanks for joining me. I'll be asking a few questions regarding today's topic today. I'm getting it from a female as well as a male's perspective. So let's just jump right in. What characteristics do you feel your ideal mate should have?
I'll go first. My ideal mate should be honest, trustworthy, knowledgeable.
Okay.
Above all, I take loyalty, because loyalty is pretty much everything. If you're not loyal, how can I trust you? How can I understand you in any shape, fashion, or form? I can't trust, if you're not loyal, I can't trust you to make executive decisions when need be. So.
Good answer. Is it okay for close friends to start dating?
It depends on the relationship between two people. Like they can be long-term friends and then get into a relationship and it can be ruined, or it can go another way where they can actually, it can actually work out because they understand each other and they know each other and they have great communication with each other.
Kind of with her on the same thing, as long as either you can have an understanding with, at least where you guys stand at the end, how y'all come off of the whole relationship. If it doesn't work out, it's what can make or break. So for me, I wouldn't try it, but for other people, it may work. It just depends on that friendship. So.
Right. How do you feel about a long distance relationship?
Long distance? What do you think?
Yeah. Those things are gross. But nah, seriously, I couldn't do it because I got trust issues. So I feel like this. At any point in time, he may be distant from me. So I don't know. Anything could happen.
You gotta trust them. You want somebody that's trustworthy. How can you be trustworthy and trust that person? You gotta be trustworthy as well.
Yeah.
They could work out as long as y'all trust each other.
It really depends on the history.
Right. Is online dating considered actual dating? For example, actually seeing each other face to face?
I wouldn't count it because at the same time, somebody can be, even if you video chat somebody or texting somebody, they can be laying next to a whole other person and doing the same. You know what I'm saying? So online dating, it can get messy.
I would say it's not official until we're married. So dating is free game.
Yeah, but if you're online, it's just like it really ain't much because you're not seeing that person face to face. You're not being able to spend actual time with that person. So at that point, all y'all doing is being pen pals. That ain't dating.
When do you think is the appropriate time to make things official?
Depends on the relationship.
For me, I give it about a year and a half, a little bit of time to test the waters. I mean, if you can't land a person in a year, then you might not need to be with that person.
Okay, so those are our questions for right now. I'm going to go to a commercial break, and then we'll come back and start up. Welcome back. This is Shamel. I still have here with me D'Antonio and Sandrina. Still with today's topic, dating versus marriage. I have a few more questions to ask. Is it safe to start a business with someone you're dating?
That has a lot of gray areas in it, due to the fact that if it doesn't end well, and depending on who said person is, they could be real greedy and it can turn out bad. It's just, me personally, I wouldn't start a business with somebody that I'm loving. I would. Now, if you're helping me run the business, that's fine. But as far as starting it with you, you would have too much power. And that'll cause conflicts and the business will fail.
Not necessarily. Like you have to first make everything legal. Business contracts, anything as far as like, okay, this is what goes towards this. It just depends on two people. If their business plan isn't in line, then they're not in line, then it's not gonna work. But you can still end the relationship, still be in business with each other. Just depends on two people. One has, you basically have to be business minded and know how to separate the two.
Right. How long do you feel you and your partner should be dating before you consider marriage?
Well, my moms and pops, they waited 13 years. So me, I'm old fashioned. I really take my time. So I really ain't no limit. You can get married at any point in time if you feel okay. So it's just whatever y'all feel like y'all gotta do at the end of the day. Like I said, my parents took 13 years, so me personally, I might take a while before I'm even ready, because I'm still young, so.
Right.
You know, anytime. It just depends on the relationship. And if that's the person you really love, you know automatically, like from the start. It don't take that much time to know if you're gonna actually be in love with that person, or if you see a future with the person.
Right. At what age do you think it's okay to get married?
I would say take your time, don't rush into it. One being, especially if you're young, coming out of high school and stuff like that. You know, you still got time to explore your options. You still got time to do what you do. So I would say at least I would give it, just because, like I said, it's my standpoint. I'd say about 30, 40. I mean, because if you want to make sure that's going to be the person you with, you want to make sure that you got all that stuff, curiosity, all that stuff out the way.
30 or 40 years, or 30 years old and 40 years old. She said 30 to 40.
Yeah, she said the age. So age would be between 30 and 40. Yeah.
It basically depends on the person. In a relationship, to be honest, you can't pinpoint the exact age on, you know, when they're ready for marriage. I mean, there are couples that are 70, 80 years old that wait until to get married.
You know,
That's when they know they found their soulmate, and that's who they wanted to be with.
And I've seen a lot of young marriages go down the drain, and all that paperwork for nothing. It's too much.
It's not necessarily paperwork.
Well, that's all the questions I have today. Thank you, Sandrina and Antonio, for helping me with today's topic, dating versus marriage. Hopefully you'll join me again on relationships.